the Lensmeister Stat Zone.
We'll say, Harry, two teams in form there. You mentioned Marine and Matlock. Of course, we are at Marine on Saturday. Now, as we always look through the stats, I always say, "Oh, we've got a terrible record here or there." I'm going to buck the trend here, Harry. We've actually got a very good record against Marine. We've only had 3 defeats in our last 20 games against them, believe it or not.
Our problem's going to be on Saturday is just a striking situation. I mean, we've got Andy Least as a striker, and that is it. And we're going to have to fill in around Andy. We're going to have to play a tight game. We're going to have to try and keep it to 0-0 as long as possible, and hopefully pinch a goal, and either off somebody like Jimmy did last night, whacking a one in from 25 yards, or a set piece. It's going to be tough, but we'll get on with it and do the best we can.
Okay, Harry. Andy Campbell, how serious was the injury he sustained on Wednesday?
Well, we planned to give him. I mean, he got through the first half, and it was a little bit uncomfortable for him before the end of the first half, and we planned to give him quarter of an hour into the second half, and then obviously try Hattie after that. But when the lad brought him down, I think he stepped on the back of his calf again, which has been his problem, and just made it impossible for him to carry on. And he did limp away from the ground last night. So we're not expecting him to be fit for Saturday. But I mean, to be fair to Andy, he's such a good lad, and in this day and age when Premier footballers take a lot of stick off the media, anybody who wants to give Premier footballers a good, how can I say, a good view of the way people should behave and react, he should be put first in the queue, because his attitude is absolutely spot on. And for somebody who's played at a great level what he has, he's just one of the lads, and we're hoping to get him fit as quick as possible, because you saw with the pace for the penalty, he just left 3 people as though they were standing still. He was past them in a shot, cute enough to get in front of the right back, who obviously either let him go and concede the goal or bring him down, and unfortunately brought him down. We scored, but just shows the quality of the fella.
Absolutely, Harry. Of course, I'm sure he was a big difference maker last night as well. Now moving on, of course, we have got Marine on Saturday. Yes, this is the moment of truth. Dare I ask, team news, Harry? Have we got a team?
We will have a team. Put it
Yes.
that way. We'll have a team. I've got a couple of people to speak to tomorrow. Because basically we're going to be borrowing. We're hoping to borrow players for the weekend. Andrew, it's as simple as that. I rang Hartlepool up this morning and nothing going there. I spoke to Lisa, the secretary of Dalton, who I got on extremely well with, and unfortunately, because of their circumstance with Steve starting leaving, all of their players want to stay in and let the new manager have a look at them. So we've been unable to get anybody in. But we will have a team on Saturday. What it will be like and what I know it will be, even I don't know yet, but we'll be all right.
Okay, Harry. So it sounds like it's going to be a real team effort on Saturday.
It'll be one of them. It'll be a muck and bullets job for 90 minutes on Saturday.
Okay, Harry. I guess one scoreline it won't be. Will be 5-5. Because I'm sure you are. I'm sure you still remember. Maybe it's a recurring nightmare for you sometimes, Harry. 14th of December 2002, Marine 5, Whitby Town 5. I presume you still remember that game.
I do, and I think at the end of the day, if we get a point on Saturday, and it's 1-1 or 5-1, I'll be particularly happy.
There you go. You take a 5-5, Harry.
Well, no, I'll take a 1 or a 2, but 5-1 is a little bit pushing the limit. We'll have no nails left at the end of the game.
I was going to say, whoever's gone up front for that will have obviously done the job. Yes, 2 goals from Lee Yeo that day, 2 from Aaron Wilford, and 1 from Graham Jock Williams. There you go.
That's right, yeah, Graham Jock. I wish we had him now.
Yeah, absolutely. Part of that famous 96-97 and 97-98 championship winning sides. Of course, that we could all name those players. But yes, hopefully we can continue that run against Marine, and then very quickly, Harry, off to Frickley on Tuesday.
Yes, another trip down to the well, how can you say, very difficult place to go now. The pitch and what have you always makes it a hard game at Frickley, and to be fair, the way they play, they make it life difficult for you, long throw in, and when you look at some of the grounds, no disrespect to Frickley, it's not one of them that that gets you out your seat looking forward to playing at, and half the time a lot of teams are beat before they go there. So the one thing you've got to make sure when you go to places like that is your attitude's right, your frame of mind's correct.
Yeah.
And And again, Andrew, it's one of them games where you just make sure you get stuck in.
Oh, okay, Harry. We've actually got a decent record against Frickley as well, but I don't want to jinx things. We've played 32. We've won 16 of them. They've won 11. So there you go. That's not bad. 50% win rate. That's not too bad at all. I was going to say we've got some great stats here from the Lensmeister, Harry. I know you're not a big stat man, but actually from the same season we had that 5-all draw. You might remember we beat Frickley 7-1.
7-1 at their place.
Yes, that famous strike force.
And we were a goal down.
Indeed. Wilford, Uren, and I think Stefan Zoll was up front as well.
Craig Skelton, I think, played that night.
Skelly as well, yeah. It was
one of them things when. But if I'll just remind you on the other coin, I think it went back later in the season in the League Cup time, got beat 1-0.
Yep. There you go. Yes.
Sometimes I can remember things, Andrew.
Don't say, Harry. I'm
always, but sometimes.
Are these the kind of games that you wake up in a cold sweat thinking about? There's some classics here. February 2000, 1-0 up with a Lee Ludlow goal. Steve West was sent off, and we lost 2-1.
Yes. Westy would have been sent off for punching somebody.
Yes.
It wouldn't have been for dissent. It would be either launching a 2-footer tackle from about 10 yards away or thumping somebody.
Yes, I think I saw Steve drop kick somebody from on the halfway line, if I remember rightly. I think that was his debut.
Certainly wouldn't dispute that. He was never one for tittling about when a good old kick would suffice.
As I say, yes. And if Ben Esquit is on the bench at the Tuesday's game, there's a family link. So, of course, Tony Esquit was a sub during the 1981 FA Trophy game, all the way back there. So there you go.
Getting way past my time now.
Way past mine, Harry. I wasn't born until 1982. So yes, hopefully we can continue those runs in the games to come. Away at Marine on Saturday and away at Frickley on Tuesday. Harry, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks, Andrew.
And hopefully we can catch up. Hopefully next Wednesday.
Yeah, we will. No problem.
Okay, Harry. Thank you very much.
Okay, Andrew. Thanks.
Harry Dunn there, the Whitby Town manager, ahead of Saturday's trip to Marine. If you are travelling independently, the sat-nav code is L23, L for Liverpool, of course, 3AS, my initials, there you go. And the admission is there, £8 for adults, £4 for concessions, and under 11s get in free. That's at Marine on Saturday. If you are travelling with the club, the coach leaves the Turnbull ground at 9 a.m. And on Tuesday we're in West Yorkshire when Frickley Athletic provide the opposition. Of course, this is the second time we've played Frickley Athletic. And, of course, the game was abandoned after a floodlight failure at half-time. Anyone who has retained their admission ticket from the original game will be admitted for half price. So the normal gate prices are £8 adults, £5 concession, £3 under 16, and they get in with an adult free. But if you have an admission ticket from the original game, £4 for adults, £2.50 for concessions, £1.50 for under 16s, free of charge for under 16s with an adult regardless. And the sat-nav code there is WF92EQ, or why not travel with Whitby Town Football Club. And for full details of when the coach leaves the Turnbull ground on Tuesday, make sure you check on www.whitby-town.com, our unofficial website, or why not check out the Whitby Gazette, www.whitbygazette.co.uk. Or if you're in the Whitby area, why not pick up a copy on Friday or Tuesday? And finally, an appeal on behalf of the Lensmeister. He's looking to get in touch with Whitby Town legends Craig Viert, Neil Granicum and Laurie Pearson. So if you gentlemen are listening, please email the Codcast at yahoo.co.uk or log on to the Whitby Town forum. That's all from the Codcast. Thank you very much to Leon Scott and Harry Dunn, and for you for listening, and we'll be back next week with hopefully some good news from the Blues. Sunderland.